Hello everyone, I'm Nancy. This is Nancy Eat Intuitive and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new, you will see orbs and ribbons flying around, zooming, tickling me, knocking on the walls, whatever way they wish to manifest they do. I am honored to have that take place with Spirit and with each of you. It's a beautiful exchange, and based on your belief system, you may call that whatever you wish. I call it Spirit, all right? So let's jump right into it. This is for the week beginning today. I'm actually recording this. I was on vacation. I'm back home now in Las Vegas. So it is May 26, 2025 right now that I'm recording this, and this is for the week beginning today, Monday. All right, so let's do the elemental signs. I pulled from the Hero's Journey, the Dream Oracle. I've marked them all. I pulled them ahead of time just to save some trouble. I've done the meditation and the prayer and set the intention, and here are our messages. All right, so let's begin with air. Air received number 13, divine discernment. Step back to find your clarity. Let's hear our message. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Let me take this out now. Here's your message. Take a breather. Here, I'll do it this way. Take a breather and honor your yin, feminine nature. This is not always so easy to do in a culture that honors and celebrates the yang, which is the male striving, driving energy, while turning up its nose at the virtues of the yin qualities of flow and letting go. In yang mode, we get things done. In yin mode, we fill our tank and reflect on our larger vision and purpose. So when it is time to move, we do so with precision. It's funny, you know, I just realized this. I wore my yin and yang earring today for the first time in a very long time. Wow. If we are to live in balance, we need both action and reflection. So important, right? Balancing those yin and yang energies out, you know, the highs, the lows, the give and take. It is receiving and giving. It's a beautiful flow and it's a beautiful exchange, isn't it? There are times to do and times for inaction. To know which mode is most appropriate, step back and practice discernment. Am I in go mode or stillness? Right? Asking those that information and then receiving the message. So beautiful. So air signs, that was your message. Now let's pull some live cards from the Enchanted Map and get a little more information. And then we'll move on to the others. All right. I have Enchanted Map, Nature's Whispers, and the Boom Babies. They've all been shuffled. Those two are face down, and we'll pull a live card from the Enchanted Map. So air signs, discernment, right? Step back. What is that quote? Seeing the forest for the trees. When you're too close to it, you don't have that perspection. You don't have that vision and clarity. You're too focused on one particular thing, and we need to see that big picture. We also need to understand the energies involved. Is this a time for me to move forward or stillness and reflect? I am realizing that there's a time for action and a time for stillness. All right, Spirit, what else do the air signs need to concentrate on, pay attention to, be aware of, or just appreciate in some way? Your card coming right out, slow and steady. Okay, wow, thank you, Spirit. Look at them circling around. So that divine discernment, that step back and find clarity, involves the stillness energy. Slow and steady. I've got my hands on my heart. I want to plan, a method, a process. I want careful steps as I move forward. Let's see what your Nature's Whispers is. Wow, what are you contemplating, air signs? Divine discernment. Yes, I'm contemplating something. I'm processing. I'm thinking. I'm planning. I'm not rushing this energy, because air signs, you're gathering the information, the strength, the courage, the what ifs. I'm doing my homework. I'm not in any rush to make this happen because I'm still in that gathering discernment energy. Wow. What is your Boom Baby? Salmon, determination. You know where you're going. You'll get there. Wow. Don't force it. The salmon, I heard something today from my cousins when I was visiting New York, and they're reminding me, are you what was it? Are you a salmon or oh gosh, it was another type of fish, but one fish, the salmon, swims upstream and does everything so difficult, so challenging, so hard. And the other one just kind of floats and goes with the flow. What was the fish? But anyway, you get my point. So again, that discernment. Is this a time of action? I know where I'm going. I will get there. I'm contemplating where I wish to go, the energy that I need to move forward. Will it be yin energy, female, right? Quietness, stillness, and then the yang energy takes place and we move forward. Off we go. And there's a difference between power and force. There is great power and determination involved in the salmon swimming upstream. Certainly capable, able to do it intuitively, instinctually. But I kind of want to have my wits about me. I know where I'm going. That's the contemplation. You'll get there. Slow and steady, strength and determination. That's all here, isn't it? Intellect and intuition, because you've done the work. You've processed the information. You have the divine discernment. Beautiful, air signs. Okay, I hope that message helped. Let's move on to, let me pull it out here. Water sign is next. You have ally in disguise. Discover the hard-to-find blessings, number 31. Let's take a look at your message, water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. As you advance along your hero's dream journey, prepare to encounter all types of people and circumstances. There will be those who start off as allies but turn out to be otherwise. There will be those you judge as enemies who become the greatest instigators of your spiritual growth. If you know in advance that even the enemies you encounter are allies in disguise, you can relax. So relax, as there really is no such thing as a true enemy. When you reflect on your life, you will realize the most difficult challenges taught you the most valuable lessons and have made you more resourceful and resilient than you would be otherwise. So revel in the reality that you are who you are today precisely because of the challenges you faced and aced. Good job, water signs. All right, let's pull some cards for you live. Let's do the enchanted map. And then Nature's Whispers and the Boom Babies. Water signs, you never know. Don't be too quick to judge who's on your side, who's not. Get ready for that unexpected little treasure, little blessing, like, wow, they're really in support of me. They came to my rescue. I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have expected that. You just never know. Comes your card. Enchanted Map says solitude, 31 and 13. Look at that synchronicity. So look at those messages. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Solitude is that reflection, that stillness, that meditation, that quietness, being okay in your skin, being in the now, present moment. This stillness, this reflection, this solitude, time, and energy allows you to discover the hard-to-find blessings. Intuition. You are intuitive. You understand what you need to do. You understand intuitively water signs, the other people's energies. This is you lit up. This is you meditating. This is you being in your power, your vision, your gifts, talents, and abilities. And you intuitively kind of know and can gauge these with discernment, I suppose, very much on the heels of the air sign message. Feeling their energy. Yeah, I'm just asking if there's anything more. Let's look at your Nature's Whispers. Number 21, fresh approach. Your fresh approach is you tuning into your intuitive gifts, talents, and abilities, seeing and discovering the blessings and treasures and discovering them. And that is that reflection. That's that stillness. That's that new understanding. What's your boom, baby? Badger, perseverance, dig in and see it through to completion. Wow, we had the salmon swimming upstream for the air signs, and now water signs, you know, dig in. See this through to completion. Oh, I got tickles here. Your fresh approach is using and understanding your intuitive psychic nature, and I think that that comes with that reflection and that meditation and that quietness and that solitude. Really understanding who you are. It's a brand new perspective and awareness, isn't it? And approach. There's a time for non-action and a time for action. Dig in, see it through. Use all of that information. All right, I hope that helps. Okay, here we go, here we go. Let's shuffle up. All right, whoop. Sorry, Spirit, thank you. Hang on one moment. Enchanted map. Okay. Moving on to fire signs, stop and take in the view. Number 37, take stock of the treasures you've earned. Look at this continued message of finding the hidden treasures, finding the hidden blessings. And now you're getting this to fire signs. So let's take a look. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. You have stop and take in the view. Let's read your message. You might notice you get stuck in the strive and drive mode. No kidding, fire signs. And forget to pause from time to time. Look at how these messages are all connected. So look around and take inventory of the blessings and treasures you've earned and learned along the way. Regular stops to take in the view are a must for sustaining steady progress over the long haul. You have accomplished a great deal. But the real test is whether you can accept the blessings that are a result of your hard work. Can you stop and be filled with appreciation for all you've accomplished thus far? It is now time to be showered with blessings, fire signs, whether you are deep in the valley or on the mountain peak. Revel in the rewards of your journey thus far. Quell your worries about the false notion that a reverie will make you weak or complacent or an egomaniac. In fact, take heart knowing that delighting in love and appreciation will give you the strength to journey further, thus multiplying the gifts you can share with others. Pat yourself on the back. You've earned this beautiful blessing and reward. So stop and take in the view. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. You certainly have, fire signs. Wow. All right, let's take a look at your enchanted map message. It doesn't mean you're an egomaniac. I like that. It's like, you know, gosh, I have to be humble. Yes, there's a time for that, but not to the point of martyrdom. Being a martyr. Pat yourself on the back. You've worked hard. You've come a long way. You are such doers, fire signs. Look how much you've accomplished. Wow. Because your ancestors and your spiritual team certainly are applauding you and cheering you on. Yeah, they are. Oh, I got that. Felt that. Whew. Yeah, I can just feel them coming in. Wow. Whew. Okay. Realizing all your hard work, all the action you've taken and continue to do. It's purposeful and it's to be honored. It really is. You've done good, fire signs. All right. Enchanted map. What else do they need to know? Let's take a look. Oh, thought that was your card. Hang on, hang on. Wow, it's making its way. Deep freeze, pause. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. The lion says, I need to rest. I need to recharge my batteries, reevaluate, reassess, rest, pause, put everything on hold. I need this time, this deep freeze. I don't always have to be in action. And my realization is I don't always have to be in go mode. I'm capable of doing that, fire signs. You're always moving forward, but it is important for you to take stock, to reevaluate, reassess, recharge your batteries. So important in that balance of the yin and yang. Culmination of vision. Wow, you realize, thank you, Spirit, everything has brought you to this moment. Everything had cumulative purpose. And now I see that. But if you're in go, 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 moving, you don't even have time to realize that. But look how she's rooted to the tree, grounded. And now I see all of these transformative butterflies that have been my life. People coming in and out. Seasons of change. Experiences. And I have such a different perspective now. But if I'm always moving, it's hard for me to see that. But now I'm still. I'm taking that time. Wow. I got tickles. What is your boom, baby? Monkey ingenuity. This situation that you're in, fire signs, right now calls for adaptability and innovation. Not so black and white. I've got to think outside the lines right now. I'm intelligent. I see all of this cumulative transformation that's taken place now. And now what do I need to do? Be a little more creative, a little more innovative. This stillness allowed me to see that, feel that, realize that. What a beautiful vision and understanding. Fire signs, I hope that helped. Wow, because you've got a lot going on, fire signs. You always do. It just kind of seems to be your natural energy, huh? All right, let's move on to the earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Your message is from the hero's journey. The return, number 4, own your mastery. Here is your message. It's no longer just about you, earth signs, but about all who will benefit from your story. In your mind's eye, imagine you are delivering a passionate graduation speech to a sea of eager students who are hanging on your every word. You stand at the podium, confidently sharing your story, reflecting upon your hero's journey. You reminisce about lessons and blessings learned and earned along the way. Your words become seeds, planted in fertile soil in the minds and hearts of all those who are destined to be changed by your wisdom. At some point, earth signs, you notice you are no longer telling a story about how you found the elixir, but have embodied it. Between words, when you pause for breath, you continue to radiate a life-affirming message that alchemically alters all who are blessed to be in your sphere of influence. Earth signs, you are moving and shaking the earth and planting those seeds, and people are listening and they're inspired. So, own your mastery. The return to that for you. How beautiful. Let's look at your enchanted message. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. What else do you need to know? Thank you, Spirit. Love all the zoomies. All right, here we go. What else do they need to know, Spirit? All right, let's see what we have here. Yes, okay, they're handing me this, flying. I got this energy of you just kind of releasing and dancing and opening yourself up. Wow, how beautiful. So in your return, owning your mastery, that allows you to soar high above the confusion, above the maze. You know, this just spinning your wheels and not seeing your way out. Well, now you're soaring high, you're flying high. What else is going on? Make a decision, earth signs. What is it that you need to decide? Spirit is asking you, choosing to fly high above this maze of confusion. The solution is here. But you do need to make a decision right now. You're being asked. It's a number 11. That's a master number to be of service to yourself and others. Wasn't that part of your message? And it's associated with the Ascended Master Jesus. What is your boom, baby? Dragonfly illusion. You know who you really are. Wow, Spirit just coming in saying, yeah, no more hiding your light, no more staying small, no more pretending that you don't have these gifts, talents, and abilities. You're taking your power back. You're owning your mastery. No more staying in an illusion. You know you have a decision to make right now, don't you, earth signs? That's going to get you up and out and flying high and soaring. Oh my goodness, I hope that the messages have helped in some way. Let's pull one last card for all of us from the yoga deck. It is number 11, unconscious. The mindful actions of the higher path lead to contentment. The mindful actions of the higher path lead to contentment. Working with that unconscious and becoming aware. All right, I do hope the messages have helped in some way as you move forward in your week. As always, namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. So keep shining, everyone, and we will see you very soon. Take care.